What's good, y'all? So let's talk about how you can become a multi-millionaire within 10 years or less. And it's very simple. You don't need stocks. You don't need real estate. None of that. All right. Now it's gonna be very boring too, because it's very simple process. All right. And here's how you do it. You simply start a business, preferably a service-based business. You grow that business that first month when you start it, right? Try to get it to $1,000 per month in revenue. All right. Once you get it to $1,000 per month, now you know how to grow to about $1,000 every single month. So all you got to do is duplicate that every single month. Just grow by 1,000 every month, right? Grow by 1,000 every single month. By the end of that year, you at 120,000 a year. Okay. After that, you hit 120,000 a year. Now what you want to do is duplicate that. Duplicate that over the next 10 years. After 10 years, what's that? 1.2 million, right? So at 1.2 million, guess what that means? You're a millionaire, because now you're at 1.2 million in gross revenue every year. And any service-based business typically can sell for at least 1.2 all the way up to about 10 million. All right, depending on the industry. Actually up to 20 million depending on the industry you're in. All right, because it's called multiples. Businesses always can sell for a multiple. So if you're doing $1 million a year, you can sell it for at least that, or up to 20 times more than that. All right. Now let's talk about the whole details of all of this stuff. I'm gonna break it down now. Before I go into how I break that down completely, but that's it. That is the overview. But before I go into that, first off, for those who don't know, I'm AJ Simmons. I'm founder of the Clean Business Network, and I am the Clean Business GOAT. And so, with that said, I would highly recommend you start a cleaning company, because it's a very low investment to start it, and it has very high upside. You can make as much money as you want to. I have met in real life, I met 100 millionaires all off of a cleaning business, y'all. Now, it got to be commercial cleaning, because residential cleaning, the amounts are smaller. So it'll take a much longer time to do it in residential. But can it be done? Of course it can be done. You're just gonna have to it's gonna take a little while. You're gonna have a lot of houses to clean, right? Because the checks are just smaller. Commercial cleaning, you know what I mean? One contract could be worth $1 million by itself or more. You know what I mean? Versus in a house, I mean, your biggest contract probably gonna be what? Maybe $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month. Like a house can be, but so big. You know what I mean? So there's that. But anyway, so now let's break this down a bit. So you might say, okay, AJ, so 1,000 a month, grow that by 1,000. So how am I gonna do that? Well, it's very simple. You just got to put a process together. First thing you're gonna need lead generation. So it's like, okay, well, what is lead generation? Actually, what is leads in general for those who are brand new? A lead is simply an opportunity to get a customer. All right, so you need to figure out a way to consistently have opportunities to get customers. Once you figure that out, and so actually, not even once you figure that out, let me tell you what those ways will probably be. It's probably going to be picking up the phone and cold calling. So you can cold call businesses one by one. You could email. So you can email companies one by one, or send mass emails and structure them and put custom tags so it can look like it's really, hey, damn, somebody put up a shopping cart right where I was about to park. But you can put custom tags and make it look like the emails tailored to one person when really it's for multiple different people, right? And I don't want to park facing that way. They messing me. All right, but I'm gonna park here. My bad, y'all. But anyway, so you got cold calling, you got emailing, you got what else could you do? You could buy leads. There are lead generation companies out there for different industries, right? So you could buy leads. You could do mailers, door mail, like send mail out. They got marketing companies out there that will let you buy like postcards and stuff. Send out mailers. All right. You can do door hangers. You can do whatever you want. But the bottom line is you pick an avenue that's going to consistently get you opportunities for customers. All right. Then once you get that, let me lock my doors. All right. Now once you get that, now you got to say, okay, now what is it going to be your conversion rate? So for every amount of calls that you make, or every amount of emails that you send, or every amount of mailers that you send out, how many of those will you actually get a walkthrough on, or an actual hot lead rather? So out of all of those you sent out, in commercial cleaning, we got walkthrough appointments. So that means we meet with the customer, we get a chance to meet with the customer, because they're cold leads when you first contact them, whether you cold calling, whether you're emailing, etc. Those are cold leads. But once they give you a chance to come meet with them and present your proposal to them, now that's a warm lead, sometimes hot lead, depending on if they're really interested, right? So now you got that coming up, and so it's okay, bam. Now, how many of those cold outreach things do you got to do in order to get the opportunity to propose or bid on these opportunities? All right. Now, those, let's just say we call them walkthroughs for the sake of simplicity here. So let's just say you send out, let's say you do 100 cold calls, and you know for every 100 cold calls you do, you get 10 opportunities. Is that average? It depends on who you are. You could get 1 for every 100. You can get 0 for every 100. I'm just trying to give you basic math so you can know how to build this to become a multimillionaire within 10 years or less. All right. So let's just say for every 100 calls that you make, you book at least 10 appointments. Out of those 10 appointments, you know that, okay, bam, out of 10 appointments, I'm going to close 1 deal. Okay. And let's just say you got a full-time job, so you can only afford to do 100 calls a month. You book 10 appointments every month, and you close 1 deal every month for an average of $1,000 per month. That's all you have to do. Do that same exact formula every single month, month after month, year after year. Close those deals. The next thing you got to do is you got to figure out, okay, now that I know how to close the deals, how are we going to actually provide the service? Well, you don't want to do it because we want to scale this company, right? So let's just say it is a cleaning business. If you go out and you do the cleaning, then guess what? You can't scale it. Why? Because you can't be duplicated. You can only add. You can't multiply. So what I mean is, if you go get 12 new contracts, at some point, let's just say you get up to 50 contracts. You can't clean all 50 of those contracts because you can't duplicate yourself and be in multiple places at once. But if you hire other people, now you're multiplying yourself. Now you are duplicating yourself, and you can be in multiple places at once through your cleaners. All right. So that's the next step. Now you got to put people in place, all right, to actually clean. Now, obviously, there's more details into that. Whether are you going to have a training program for them, right, to make sure they're actually doing the job right? Are you going to have an inspection program to check behind the cleaners to just know for a fact that they're doing quality work, right? So these are things you got to think about. But the bottom line is you got to have something that's going to provide the service. We call that operations. So you got sales on the first end, and you got operations, all right? And then you're going to have some software to bring all of this together to help you kind of automate this system, all right? So once you got those things in place, you built this all the way up, you're not out here physically cleaning or doing the physical labor for whatever service industry that you choose. Now, you're a multimillionaire. Now, be clear. In this example that I gave you, I got you up to 1.2 million within a 10-year span, right? It's boring, but it's tried and true. It works. And can you go faster? Absolutely. Could it take longer? Absolutely, if you deviate from this simple plan. All right. Now, but be clear, this is 1.2 million gross. Okay, so will you be taking home 1.2 million? Absolutely not. We got people we got to pay. We got software we got to pay for. We got taxes we got to pay. All type of stuff, right? But on average, let's just say you're doing 1.2 million. You probably can take home about $200,000 salary comfortably, right? You probably be good with that. All right. Now, here's the thing. All right. Just because you doing that, does that make you? I mean, just because you are a millionaire now, and what makes you a millionaire? Assuming you didn't get a massive millions of dollars in personal debt. What makes you a millionaire is the fact that you can sell that business for anywhere from 1.2 to 20 million. And so you take that asset, just that one, because I ain't tell you to invest in real estate or stocks yet, right? So you take that one business asset that you built, and it is worth anywhere from 1.2 to 20 million. And you subtract any debt that you owe from that. So let's just say you got a personal mortgage. Let's just say you got some credit card debt. Let's just say you got any personal loans or anything like that. If you subtract your personal debt from what the business can sell for, and you still got millions left, guess what? That makes you a millionaire. All right? And that's how I became a millionaire. By simply building up an asset to a point. Now, I do own a couple of properties, but those properties are only, 20% of my net worth. The main portion of I don't even think they're even 20%. It's more like 10. So the main portion of my net worth is from the business that I built. Now, here's the risk, though. Since you went all in on this business, guess what? Businesses do ebb and flow. Businesses can go out of business. You could lose your damn mind sometime, right? It's a lot. And you're dealing with a lot of customers. You're dealing with a lot of different personalities as far as the people who work for you. So things can go left. And that is the risk that you take. But guess what? With great risk comes great rewards. All right? So that is the blueprint right there. That's exactly how you become a multimillionaire within 10 years or less, even if you're starting with nothing. And when I say nothing, obviously it's going to take a little something to start a business. But let's just say clean the business again, for example, you talking about $3,000 or less. It shouldn't cost you more than $3,000 to start a cleaning company the right way, right? And a lot of times you can do it for 10 times less than that. It just depends on how you go about doing it. All right. So imagine taking $3,000, putting it into a cleaning company, and flipping that into a multi-million-dollar empire within 10 years or less. And so some people, I know we all want to get rich, and some of y'all like, well, 10 years, that take too long. Well, I'll tell you this, you try to do that through stocks, investing 10% a year is not going to get you there if you ain't already making no money. If you try to do that with real estate, that little passive $400, $500 a month you're going to get from that multifamily property, that little 4-unit complex, or that little single family right now, that little duplex, it ain't going to add up enough. Yeah, I'll be clear though, you can get it with real estate as far as net worth, just like I gave you an example with net worth. But the real estate will be worth that much, but the cash flow won't be nowhere near as good as it would be had you just did it through the business route. And so that's why I highly recommend building a business first. That's the number one asset, is a small business. Then from the income you get from that small business, then you take those extra profits. Finally, once you get on your feet, you got stability. Okay, now we can take a little extra. We start putting that shit in some blue chip stocks and let the dividends reinvest, right? Then we start buying more real estate, get some passive income going, and use those for tax deductions and all of that, right? But that is the key, y'all. I just gave you the whole blueprint. All you got to do is do it. So if you want to start a cleaning company, you go to cleaningbusinessstarterkit.com. I do sell cleaning business starter kits. You can order one. We provide you with equipment and everything that you need. We ship it to you. You get a year free to my software, and it's an all-in-one software and platform. So it's going to have all of the bidding calculators, all the proposal generators, all of the contract. Everything you need is going to be in there. It's usually a monthly fee with it, $99 a month right now. I don't know how long this video will be up, but I don't see us changing that price for a good little while. So it's $99 a month, but we'll waive that $99 a month if you get a starter kit. All right. And so you'll get all of the software, everything you need. It also comes with monthly coaching calls from myself, group coaching calls. All right. It's got a private networking group that comes with it as well. So you can network with all the other members that's in my Clean Biz Network platform. All right. And I'm trying to think what else is in it. And it's a course as well that comes with it. And it's going to teach you every single thing you need to do from A to Z. All right. Every single thing. All right. So if you're interested in that, again, go to cleaningbusinessstarterkit.com. But I am AJ Simmons, the Cleaning Business GOAT, and I just showed you straight up how you can become a multi-millionaire within 10 years or less. And I know we all want to get rich quick, but guess what? 10 years or less is quick. All right? Because if you go work a job somewhere, and you, let's just say you invest, you go work at, because I used to work at the shipyard, right? And it was a government job back in my hometown in Portsmouth. Shout out to them, right? And a lot of people, they do retire with, let's just say they retire with a few million in the bank. Let's say $1 million in the bank. But is it really hitting as hard if you had to wait all the way till you were 60 something to get that million? You know what I mean? And if you in your 20s or 30s today, because I'm typically talking to people around my age range, that's what my analytics say. But sometimes I know it's people that's younger than me that's watching this, and sometimes it's people that's older than me that's watching this. But I'm gonna tell you this. All you got to do is look at your age right now. How old are you right now? Let's just say you 40 right now. If you 40 and you watching this, if you become a millionaire by 50, would you be happy? Absolutely. Because you've seen how fast time can fly. 10 years will go by like that and you don't even realize it. If you 20 and you watching this, I promise you, you don't know yet. When you 20, you think you can go so fast. I'm telling you, that shit gonna fly before your eyes. And trust me, I've been doing this shit since I was 19. I had no idea I was gonna look up and be 36 this fast. You know what I mean? And so if you in your 20s, all right, go ahead and start now. I promise you 10 years is not that bad. If you a 30-year-old millionaire, that is the shit. All right? If you in your 50s, if you 50 right now, when you turn 60 and if you a millionaire by 60, that's the best shit ever. Because imagine this, you broke right now and you 50, you don't own really nothing for real, and you 50. Look how amazing that would be if you went from nothing to $1 million within 10 years. You just had no plan. And that's why I always highly recommend starting a service-based business first. And do it got to be cleaning? Absolutely not. This will work for any service-based industry. I own another service company too. It's a software company. Software as a service. That's what Clean Business Network is, right? And so that definitely can get me there. That can get you there. But the reason why I don't really teach that is because most people aren't that technical savvy. I'm technical savvy, all right? But cleaning, on the other hand, anybody can do that. So that's why I primarily teach that, and that's why I became the Cleaning Business GOAT, to help people build cleaning companies, something that pretty much anybody can do. And there's so much abundance out here. There's a lot of opportunity for everybody to eat in it. know what I mean? You ain't got to get every building. You just need enough of them. You know what I mean? I told you, if you get 12 a year that average $1,000 per month, that's only 12 buildings. You do that times 10, that's 120 buildings. Just 120. You got thousands of companies all over your city, just in your city alone. We ain't talking about the state. We ain't talking about your region. We ain't talking about the country. We ain't talking about the world. Just your city alone got thousands of companies. You can go get 120 of those and be straight. You know what I mean? Over a 10-year span. You ain't got to get all the 120 today. All right? So that's my advice for y'all. That's how you going to build to a multimillionaire. And that's my blueprint for y'all. I'm AJ Simmons, founder of the Clean Biz Network. I will talk to y'all soon. Hopefully this helped. Hit that subscribe button if you like this video. You want more stuff like this. Hit the like button. Comment below and let me know if this helped you. All right? And matter of fact, drop this comment if you made it to the end and say, I am a millionaire. Straight like that. Put I am a millionaire in the comments. And that way you can come back to this video if you ain't one yet. And you can like that comment again and be like, damn, I spoke this to existence back in 2024. Shout out to AJ for that. You know what I mean? So let's get to it, y'all. Make sure you share this video with anybody that might like it. Let's get me back in this algorithm. I appreciate y'all.